Hello, and welcome to the Distance Education Training for Advisors. My name is Juanes Ramirez, and I work at the Appalachian Center Caldwell. I'm one of the program managers, and today I have my colleague.
And I am Buffy Sisk. I'm also a program manager. I'm located at the Appalachian Center in Hickory, North Carolina.
All right, guys. So the purpose of this training is just to provide you some information about the new and improved distance education website, as well as present to you some of the new things we've been doing, learn a little bit about the application process, as well as the pre-application evaluation. So in order to guide us, here's the agenda for today. We'll do an overview of the new distance education website. We do have a page for prospective students and one for current students. We're also going to talk a little bit about two new programs that we are proposed for fall 2017 or 18, sorry, as well as mention some updates about the new application process, application fee, tuition, and then the second part of the presentation will be related to the pre-application web form. So let's get started. This is the distance education website. I am actually going to take us there. All right. So this is the new distance education website. As you can see through this website, we have reduced the amount of information and the things that we have on this website. Some of the things that will be important to note is that how easy it is for prospective students to be able to find the information that they're looking for. This page is geared towards the prospective student. So for example, if you click on graduate, you will see a listing of all the programs that we have available through distance education. You will see that some programs will be online, some programs are going to be face-to-face, and some programs are going to be offered in a hybrid formatting. So distance education is designed to present all of these facilities and different modes to the students. Let's click on a specific program so we can dig a little bit deeper. Let's start with the elementary education program. All right, so this is the elementary education program. On the top of the page is going to have information about when the program is proposed to start, the credit hours required to graduate, and how many hours are going to be taught by Appalachian. The program can be offered part-time or full-time. The tuition of the program right now is $160 per credit hour for in-state students, and the mode is a face-to-face program. So this is a face-to-face program. So the students right now, they know all that information. They can say, I can request more information, or I need to look at financial aid, or I can go ahead and apply. So I love those three tabs there. It makes it very easy for the student. It's going to have basic information about the program, some careers that students are able to embrace or take with this degree. And then we have information about our full-time option, our part-time option. If you scroll down, it's going to have specific admission requirement to the university and also to the program. So for example, this program, one of the requirements is being admitted to Appalachian. So we would have to know those transfer admission requirements, a minimum of 30 transfer hours, and that would be all that we need for admissions. In addition, we're asking the students to have a expository writing class, as well as an introductory math, could be MAT 140 or higher. In addition, we provide some recommendations for students in regards to the program. So for example, this particular program does have, requires a social studies second academic concentration. And then also because this is a teacher education program, there's some information there that students will need to know. And then the final piece here is the deadline. So for example, this program, we're going to be offering a full-time program at the Appalachian Center Caldwell. So that's the center that I'm located. It's going to start fall 2018. And then the application deadline will be July 1st of this year. And we also are proposing a part-time program for Catawba County at the Appalachian Center Hickory to start this fall, also with application deadline of July 1st. So this one, this is very great for a prospective student that may need general information about the program. Buff is going to talk a little bit about the pre-application evaluation. Students also have the opportunity to watch a video to learn how to determine if they meet those requirements. So that's a little bit about our new page for prospective students. Again, this is for all prospective students, and it will be a combination of all the degrees that we offer: undergraduate, master's, doctoral, and certificate programs. I do want to point out that we do have a brand new program that was approved in workforce education and development. Buffy, is there anything that you would like to add about that program?
What's especially nice about this program is it would work really well for those students coming from the community college that have an associate in applied science degree, because many of the courses that are not considered college transferable would also be transferable for this program, as well as other career and technical education concentrations. So this program could be a great way for associate in applied science degree holders to get their 4-year degree.
So we're really excited about this program.
And it is a full-time online program.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So this is something brand new. And another brand new development has been middle grades education program has been reapproved to be hybrid now. So it's going to be 50% online and 50% face-to-face at the Appalachian Center at Hickory. So we're really excited to be offering a way that is convenient for the student. Again, this is going to be a full-time program starting in the fall 2018 with application deadline of July 1st. So this is a great page that you can direct students to learn about the programs, to learn about concentrations, to learn about really anything that they need to learn about admission to the degree at any time. They can request more information, and they also have a contact. So Dr. Lori Ramirez is the program coordinator, and she will be delighted to answer any curriculum questions. And then we work together with them to facilitate admission-related questions and programming questions. So that's a little bit about the prospective students. I do want to point out that now we created a new page for current students. So this page is designed for all the things new students need to know about. So we really have separated the prospective and current student experience a little bit different. So I hope you guys take a look at this, and if you have any recommendations of things that that you would like to see, let us know. We're always interested in your feedback.
And one tool that I think you may find helpful when you're working with undergraduate students and the program options, when you click on the undergraduate, you can click on undergraduate programs to get a complete listing in one location of all the undergraduate programs that we are currently offering and their format as well. So that's a nice tool to know that is there, as well as the general education requirements when you're working with students, which is explaining how students can complete their general education for our distance education programs. So the associate in arts, associate in science, etc.
So some of you, or all of you that work with distance education students, are aware that all our programs are degree completion programs at the undergraduate level, and they all transfer programs. So we do work with transfer students mostly. All our programs do require some sort of credit prior to coming in, and some other programs are very specific about the prerequisites that students need to have completed in order to start our programs. One of those is the RN to BSN program, and that is one that the pre-application that Buff is going to discuss in a little bit is going to be very, very beneficial. So let's continue in our presentation. All right, so just providing you a summary on the website, you saw information about the degree, an overview, careers, details about the program, admission requirement, program requirement, and deadline. So those are really important pieces of assisting students through this process. A little bit of update on regards to the application. Appalachian now follows the North Carolina Residency Determination Service. So that is a mandate that all students will have to complete an additional application in order to be in-state residents. All our students are coded as out-of-state until they can prove that they are in-state. So that will be something that you might need to consider when you're assisting students. Also, the application fee has changed. It is now $65. And an exciting news that we have is that as of fall 2018, if a student is enrolled continuously, the tuition rate will remain the same until the student finished and if they maintain continuously enrollment. So that is really, really exciting news, as well as the two new programs that we discussed earlier, the Workforce Education and Development Program and the Hybrid Middle Grades Education Program. Now let's talk about the pre-application web form.
Okay, so one of the tools that we've worked on creating is what we're calling a pre-application evaluation. So before students actually apply to one of our degree programs, they can actually check and see, am I eligible to apply? And if not, what requirements do I need to be admissible into that program? So this is a tool that you can direct students to so they can self-evaluate, or you can use with the student as you are advising them. And the great thing about this is the pre-application evaluation, it will take them through the process for the specific degree that they're choosing. We also have created a video tutorial to assist them through that process. And then we do follow up with a reply. So there are people behind, there's a team behind the pre-application evaluation web form. So they are receiving a follow-up to this information that they submit. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so this is the pre-application coursework evaluation screen. And again, this is going to be linked on our distance education page. So any of the undergraduate program pages, for example. This is linked under the admission requirements with the pre-application evaluation web form here. It will also be provided if they request information in the email response that we provide back to them. Okay, one thing I want to point out is that for the pre-application coursework evaluation, if a student has coursework prior to 1997 or coursework from out of state, we do recommend that they click here to complete a preliminary evaluation that goes through the Office of Transfer Services. If they have a four-year degree, if they're a four-year degree holder, then we would ask them to contact us directly, as there would be different instructions for those students. So again, coursework prior to 1997 or out of state, we would recommend that they have that coursework specifically reviewed by the Office of Transfer Services, and then we would respond from that review. All the other students, though, however, can complete this form, and they fill out their basic information to begin. Email address. We do not sell phone numbers. We only use phone numbers if needed. And then again, they choose their major of interest, which will be specifically tailored to the prerequisites for that program. So again, we're looking at first step being admission to the university, and then this is specifically going to break it down into admissions to that specific program. So if you have a student that is interested in more than one of our degree programs, they would need to complete this pre-application evaluation form for each program of interest. So let's just choose one and take a look at it. I'm actually going to choose the RN to BSN because it is a more complicated program, just so that we can take a look at that. Okay, So we start the form out with walking the student through the minimum entrance requirements. So again, our NWS admission requirements are going to be including the university transfer admission standards. Be the same for all programs, but it will link out to explain those university transfer admission standards. And then it's going to list the very specific requirements for this program. And the student can go through and answer each question based on their coursework. We have entered the community college course equivalents to make it simpler. However, if a student does have courses from other institutions or they're uncertain about whether they have the number of credit hours they need, etc., we would recommend that they link out to the transfer equivalency course search to determine what coursework is transferable, how it transfers, and the total credit hours they would receive. So just to show you that, goes to the Office of Transfer Services, Transfer Equivalency Course Search. Okay, so then once they have gone through and they've answered the questions based on their individual courses and click Submit at the bottom.
What options do they have?
Okay. When they click on courses, they do have the option of the ASU course number or equivalent, the community college course numbers that are options. They can also click on course in progress, incomplete, or other. So again, they would go through, answer those to the best of their knowledge. And once they click submit, we are receiving those. We have a team that work on responding to those. Our goal is to reply within 10 business days to those submissions. Most of the time during regular operation, we are responding prior to 10 business days. However, during high volume times, we will possibly take up to 10 business days. But we do try to respond to those as soon as possible. And those are individually handled based on the information. So the reply may be, hey, based on your submission, you are ready to apply for this program with those links, program deadlines, so on and so forth. They could get a reply back stating, based on your submission, you like this, this, and this. We recommend you take this coursework by this point of time and then complete an application, or we may have follow-up questions. So let's just go back and take a look at a couple of examples. So here's some sample responses. One being an example of ready to apply, and the other being an example of the submission. So what we receive and provide to the student, the information they submitted in the form. The response also could state what coursework based on their submission they still need and what our recommendations are. And again, that is individually done for each student that submits a pre-application evaluation. So there are people reviewing those behind the scenes. And then we do provide follow-up or additional reviews as needed. We've also created a nice little postcard that you can actually hand to students if you are working with a student during advising and you don't have time at that moment maybe to do a pre-application evaluation form with them for one of our programs, but they are interested in one of our programs. You can just hand this to them and they can go and self-evaluate or visit our website and learn more information about our distance education programs. Again, these are postcards and we provide these to your Office of Transfer Services. And be glad to provide you more as needed. Just let us know.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time today. Like Buffy said, we are only an email or a phone call away. Our contact information is in the screen. You can always reach us at distance@appstate.edu, and your email will be routed appropriately. You may also reach us via phone at 828-262-3113. Thank you very much for your time. We look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you.